James Holder, Frightful TV, in association with Max and Jim Marbau. We're at the weigh-in today for WBA World Champion Anthony Collar vs Ishmael Barroso. You know it's big fight week when this man is in the house. The one and only Michael Buffer. How are you, Michael?
I'm fine, thank you.
I've got to say, you have not got a hair out of place since I've last seen you, sir. Exactly the same.
Well, I use a lot of hairspray, then I can leave it on for a month, you know. So.
Welcome to my world. I mean, we saw the passion in Anthony Collar on the stage today at his weigh-in when he started roaring to the crowd. You can see how much it means to him. What do you think will be going through Anthony Collar's mind at this point?
Yeah, it's a really interesting fight because, you know, Anthony, you know, he's fighting in his hometown. He's been on a roll the last couple of years. He's got that title, reigning defending champion, and he's taking on just the absolutely toughest opponent he can. I mean, Barroso, 19 wins without a loss, 18 by knockout. Those are like Mike Tyson Triple G numbers. Those are massive knockout percentages. So it's really going to be a tough fight. The thing with Barroso, you just can't let him hit you. And I think Anthony has to, you know, use all his boxing skills, and for him to win, it probably will go the distance. And this guy Barroso just doesn't want it to go the distance.
Credit to Anthony for taking this fight. I know Ishmael Barroso is the mandatory, but we see so often people find reasons not to face a mandatory contender so dangerous as Ishmael Barroso. So the fact that Anthony is stepping up in his hometown to put everything on the line against Ishmael Barroso, it really is a credit to the sport, in my opinion. But how much respect have you got for him coming into this?
No, you're absolutely right. You know, people saying, no, you should fight this guy, you should fight that guy, you should move up to light welterweight, and because you have a big frame, and just all these different things. He's got the title, he's a lightweight world champion, and he's defending it against the toughest contender out there. That you absolutely have to respect him for that. And that's what a champion does. You take on, you know, the number one guy in the division. That's what he's doing.
Across the pond, we've got obviously Amir Khan taking on Saul Canelo Alvarez. Absolutely monster. Let me repeat that. Sorry, we're getting a bit louder in here.
Yeah.
Welcome to Manchester. Across the pond, we've got Amir Khan taking on Saul Canelo Alvarez. Massive fight. Big opportunity for Amir Khan. And just what chances do you give Amir Khan of being successful against Canelo?
You know, I've known Amir for many years. I remember meeting him in Bolton, actually, when he was just turning pro, and Prince Naseem introduced me to him and told me, he said, you know, this is going to be a great fighter, and he is indeed a great fighter, and you know, a couple of world championships, and he's proven himself. But he's moving up in weight, and he's going against a big KO puncher. So he's got a tough road to go down to get a victory out of that. His key for Amir to pull that off, he has to stay focused every minute of every round. When he's focused, he's a very difficult fighter to beat. But he's going against a bigger guy who has a bigger punch. It's just going to be a tough night for him.
He chased Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao for so long, relentlessly, without getting them marquee fights. Do you think he's earned the right to have these sort of marquee contests, in your opinion?
Hey, listen, when you sign the contract, I guess you've earned the right, you know, to make the money. If he wins, it'd be spectacular, but I don't even think he would stick around with that belt. I think he would just go right back to welterweight and try to get a rematch with the Danny Garcia, that sort of thing, at 147 pounds.
Yeah. Do you think Amir Khan will face Kell Brook? Do you think, as a fan's point of view and watching sort of how things develop, do you think that fight will ever happen?
Kell Brook and Amir Khan would be a massive fight. That would be a super fight for the British fans, and indeed for fans around the world. That could be. But for it to have the level of significance that it had before he signed for this, he would have to beat Canelo. You know, then it becomes just a monster fight, and maybe at 150 pounds, 148 pounds, something like that.
Absolutely massive. What's your schedule from now then, Michael, for the next couple of sort of weeks? Where are you? What's going on? What's going on in Buffalo?
May is crazy. You know, I'm here. May 21, I go to Moscow, and I come back to the UK for a big show in Glasgow.
Ricky Burns taking on Mikel De Rocco for the WBA Super title. Yes, sir.
You got it. And then I go down to, this is where life imitates art, because, you know, in the movie Creed, Slick Ricky was the opponent of Creed, Apollo Creed's son. And so the actor who played the part in the movie, Tony Bellew, actually is a real fighter, and he is fighting for the cruiserweight title in Liverpool. So I'll be at the big fight in Glasgow, and then go to Liverpool.
29th,
and Goodison Park.
29th will be at Goodison Park. Yeah.
You've got it all. I think that's the 28th. I think it's 27th is Glasgow. 28th.
I'm getting confused. I'm
Liverpool.
1 day ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Big opportunity for Tony Bellew again.
Yeah.
Big fight. So hopefully we can add a few more world champions to the ever-growing list here in Britain.
British boxing has so many world champions right now. It's awesome, and it's great to be here.
Listen, Michael Buffer, I can't thank you enough, sir, for giving me some of your time today. I do hope you get a chance to see other buildings other than weigh-in rooms. I hope they just don't ship you in here and leave you for the day.
I think this is about my 15th or 16th visit to Manchester, and I've always had a great time here. And the arena here is legendary. The fans are absolutely legendary. It's a great place to have a fight.
On that note, Michael Buffer, thank you for your time today, sir, and I'll catch you again real soon. Thank you.
Okay. Cheers.